Valentine, huh? Good for you. Nick is good people. You know what I mean.
Mayor McDonough.
I have somewhere to be. Sorry.
We got hairstyles for days. Weeks, even.
What are my options?
You name it. Shaves, long cuts, short cuts, braids, layering. Be easier just to show you. Got an empty chair right here.
Yeah, all right.
Let's get to it. Just sit in the chair.
Excuse me, I just wanted to stop by for my service.
Oh no, you get the hell away from me, Sen. I'm not telling you anything about Buddy just so you can snatch him.
Sorry you feel that. If you ever change your mind, I'd be more than happy to help you bring Buddy.
Don't mind my ma. She's always a little bit cranky.
Just focus on you. Yeah, the railroad fights against the Institute, if you can find them. Follow the Freedom Trail. What's that supposed to mean?
The Super Salon can give you the hairstyle.
Hey, Sheffield.
Need a drink. Nuka-Cola.
Here you go.
Ah, thank you. Thank you.
Swatter, who needs a swatter?
There was much kindness. Hey, there's a bar on the
Hey,
old theater district
Sheffield.
for Raiders only.
What do you think about coming
Combat
to work
zone.
for me?
Really?
Stay clear if I was you.
You mean it?
What do you say?
Okay. Maybe this'll be a fresh start.
Remember, swatters will win you the game. The game of beating people up, that is.
Shop in safety. No sense allowed at the surplus.
Hey,
What's the plan?
You keep that synth freak at arm's length.
Hey,
You
Valentine.
understand me?
Any chance you got a second now?
of course, Nick. What's up?
I wouldn't normally bother you with this sort of thing, but, well, I know I can trust you at this point. For as long as I can remember, I've been getting these, flashes. Memories of places I've never been. Things I've never seen. Memories of Nicks. They're not bad, they're just this inescapable reminder that I'm not the person I think I am. That I'm not a person at all. I'm just a machine, pretending to be human.
You think, you feel. You're more than pretending, Nick.
Yeah, nice of you to say, but your kind don't usually have to deal with someone else's whole life trapped inside their skulls. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm in Nick's debt. These memories, they've kept me alive. Nick was a hell of a cop. A guy with good instincts and a good heart. I always counted myself lucky they didn't load me up with some ex-con, or whatever type might volunteer to let folks tinker with their gray matter. But it's thanks to Nick that I pass for human. Why I get to live cushy in Diamond City, and every other synth is shot on sight. I know I got it good, but my entire life I owe to Nick. Everything that makes me who I am. My judgment, my speech, hell, even my name. They're his. And I can't do a damn thing about it, because without them, I'm nothing. A shell. All I want is a life where I have something I can call my own.
Is there any way we could separate you and Nick?
Don't think I haven't tried. Lost near a month of my life last time I mustered up the courage to let someone play brain surgeon on me. No. This is how it's gonna be. Living with another man's name, another man's life.
We could give you a new name. Would that help? I got it. Crumblebot. 3000.
Well, I suppose it's the thought that counts. You know, I'm just gonna need some time to think on this. I appreciate you hearing me out. You're a real good friend. Thanks. You know, there is this chunk of Nick Valentine history I've been hoping to put a bow on for a while now. I could use a hand if you're willing to take a crack at it.
What kind of history are we talking here?
Well, this one's straight out of the archives. Once upon a time, in the land of Boston, there lived a king of organized crime, Eddie Winter. He was a bad man who did a lot of bad things, hurt a lot of innocent people. But he knew the end was coming, so he sealed himself inside a personal shelter, located underneath a sub-shop he used as a headquarters.
An evil king in a sub shop. Does a meatball monster show up at some point?
Yeah, from what I've heard, the pastrami golem is the one you really have to watch out for. Anyway, if you're done being a wise ass, the story gets even more twisted. The arrogant bastard wanted to cheat death, live forever, so he could come out of that shelter someday into this brave new world. Sound familiar? Only Eddie didn't want to be a frozen banana. No cryo sleep for him, no. He invested his money in some sick, crazy radiation experiment.
You don't mean to tell me he used that radiation to...
That's right. Eddie Winter went and turned himself into a ghoul 200 years before it was fashionable. Hell, he was probably the first one. And I'm convinced that he's still locked inside that shelter, safe and sound, ready to come out and begin his evil reign all over again. I'm gonna find him and kill him, so that never happens. You in?
I don't get it, Nick. Why kill Eddie Winter, even if he is still alive? This sounds like some kind of vendetta.
I've got memories. Girl. My girl. They're not really my memories, I know that. They're Nick's. But the girl, she was real. She was beautiful and innocent, and Winter killed her. Now he's got to pay the price. So, knowing that, you in?
All right, Nick. Let's get the bad guy.
Good. Now, I know where Winter's vault is, but the door is sealed with a complex numerical code. Lucky for us, Winter's arrogance knew no bounds. Back in the day, he recorded 10 holotapes, incriminating different criminal associates. On each one, he hit a single number. We find all of those holotapes, we get all the numbers. We get all the numbers, we get the code. And then we get Winter. I've been putting together a file on this one for a while now. There's a pair of holotapes in here worth listening to. Hey, that's fine. We'll talk later.
You might not know about the latest news.
Don't let the stress of life.
Is that a
kill
pit
ya.
boy?
Relax with some
Get my left
cannabis.
arm for one of those.